I don't know how long it's been, but I just have to make this video. I just have to yap about this right now. Don't mind the roosters, it's not even AM, it's actually PM. I don't know why they are cockering, but the theme of the past recent videos has been, circulating around one thing, and that thing has been pressure, external pressure coming from parents, siblings, just life in general, my life circumstances, not being where I am, not having the financial freedom that I thought I would have already had by this age, living in my father's house at this big age of 22, those external pressures, seeing other friends, other peers doing seemingly well while I feel like I'm stagnant, as well as the internal pressures of when I do evaluate and look at myself internally and I see my life, and really I see that when I actually look at my business specifically and me having this much belief, or which might seem sort of as a delusion to certain people, I actually believe they do think it's a delusion at some point to a certain extent, that I have this belief in my trading, capabilities and skills. But then when I introspect and I just realize I don't have enough evidence for me to hold such belief in myself, because as much as, yes, knowledge is there for the skill, there's not enough evidence to prove that I can apply the skill and reap rewards consistently. And therefore there is that subtle but not so subtle sense, that frequency of doubt that is always fueled by fear and anxiety. And it seems by the day it grows even more, not in a dramatic sense, but in a sense where my my thoughts circulate more and more towards, such uh energies. Even when I'm unintentional, I'll just find myself in those energies, in doubt, in fear. For example, just this morning, I was just scrolling TikTok and I see this TikTok post where it's just one of those, just a small little motivating thing, and with that inspirational music, but that's very calm, very demure, with the background picture of the view of a city, nightlife, and a car. And I think it was written along the lines of, when that payout hit your bank account, and then your dreams no longer seem impossible to reach anymore, along those lines. And when I saw that, it just triggered me, but not in a dramatic way where I just got emotional. I just felt like, damn, bro, these are nights, that these are things that I am looking towards to. I am craving these things. I am yearning for these things, these experiences where I get to take payouts, even though I've never taken a payout from no prop firm, but just to take that one payout, doesn't matter how much it is, to just get that one payout and have it land in my bank account will just mean so much to me, bro, because that will be the actual final final output of the entire process of trading, from the investment into the prop firm to the actual input of the action of trading, to the process of passing challenges, securing payout, to requesting payout, and finally payout landing in my bank account. That's the full complete loop that I have never experienced, and I yearn for it. And when I saw that post, I was so fucking triggered, bro. Like I remember I didn't scream, but I did this very, because I just felt this tension build up within, like, damn. And the thoughts that were, rising with this tension were, bro, when am I gonna have those moments? When am I going to experience such in my reality? When I know I'm capable of such, but why am I not experiencing them? And I remember just doing this sound. Ah! That's literally the sound that I made, and I didn't even prolong it. I just did it, and it literally did release the actual emotion. I'm not gonna lie, the tension did subside, but it's not really something you could do in public, especially around people, because I don't want to be explaining myself why I'm doing such. Plus, it's gonna seem weird, like, what the fuck, gonna look the lulu. But yeah, basically the point of this video, because I just went on a little rant about what happened. The point of the video is my nervous system is now reaching the point where it's defaulting. I'm no longer able to just remain calm, to remain at peace, or at this delusional belief where I'm saying to myself it's all going to be okay. I no longer do that with ease, because now the pressures are just rising all left, right, and center. Even my brother, literally last night, he's texting me, he's telling me now I have to take more responsibility and just do something. He's telling me I must go to school, find a job, even send me something about a job vacancy, about a restaurant, being a waiter or a barman, bro. And I'm like, even you, bro. But then I get it. You are just concerned. But yo, bruh, that one payout will just change a lot for me, bro. Yeah. And basically, I'm making this video to just emphasize, to just affirm to myself that the nervous system, first of all, is the system that is a sort of intelligence, a natural intelligence of our body that has a direct connection to our mind. Basically, this system is the natural, you can call, reactive system to our emotional states and our being in general. So once we feel happy, this nervous system act a certain way naturally. So maybe you'll find yourself smiling more, maybe you're more energetic because you are in that state. That's how your nervous system is regulated. Say you are now fearful of something, now you find your body naturally, without thinking about it, but you just find yourself shivering, you find yourself panicking, thinking about things that are circulated around fear. So that's just the natural system, your nervous system, the natural default reaction, the reaction your body gives to certain feelings, emotions, and states that you are consciously on. And I make this video to now emphasize the need for me to regulate my nervous system through breath work, conscious breathing, to calm myself, my nerves, in the moments where I feel intense fear, intense anxiety, intense doubts about my business, making it this year or whenever it takes. But just mastering the skill, the unknowingness, the fear of the unknown, the fear of being average, just like even some sort of positive, emotions and states can feel, very disturbing or foreign to our nervous system if we've never felt them for a long time. So even abundance can feel life threatening. We might think something bad is bound to happen. So even in abundance, we can experience a negative reality just because of our nervous system and its influence on our perception. So it's very important to regulate the nervous system, and we can do this ritualistically by just meditating more consistently and more intentionally. But more importantly is when you are finding yourself in a state of this whatever discomfortable state, you put down your phone, you bring your consciousness awareness back into yourself, into your breath, and just regulate your nervous system. You don't have to try and control anything but just the breath. And if you don't control it, just breathe. Breathe deeply and slowly and just listen to your heartbeat. Sooner or later, you will feel calmer and more relaxed, and your mind will have back its clarity. This is how you train your nervous system, but it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over a period of time. So let's say you constantly feel fear towards something. Whenever that fear happens, when that's something, you regulate your nervous system. Whenever it happens, you will always feel that way, but until you do the regulation of your nervous system in long enough to the point that becomes your baseline, then you will see the difference. But it is very important at this point to regulate the nervous system through breath work, and that's basically the reason why I created this video, and that is where I will end it. I'll catch you on the next.